What's up, Facebook? Coming at you live here in my home office, painted beautifully. I guess it's wallpapered beautifully with the map of the world, which fits in perfect because I love to travel. I love to look at South America, which is right here, eyesight, because I'd love to go back to get me some Brazil. Anyways, hopping into it, you guys are pippity-popping on. Throw in on the comments where you're from, what town are you guys from, and go ahead and do me a favor right here in this corner. I think this is the right way. Click the share button. I'm gonna talk to you. I'm gonna share with you guys this idea of freedom and life. And it's such an interesting world for me, right? Like, I wake up every single day and I've got a really clear thought process, a really clear picture of what I want to create in my life. Hey Ronnie, thanks for hopping on. Jimmy, thanks for being on from Michigan. Fantastic. We got Ronnie from the Big D, Jeff, Craig from Irvine, California. Fantastic. Awesome, guys. Love to see you guys popping on here. So click the share button and click some reactions if you guys can resonate with anything that I start to talk about in this conversation today. I always love to have conversations with myself. I've been writing in my journal. A couple things I've been writing about just tonight. I'll kind of share with you guys. Is I was asking myself, what is the things I must do to close the gap with inside of my business? What I've found out is if I can ask myself better questions, subconsciously I'm going to develop better answers. Okay, so I asked the question, what must I do to close the gap? Number one is increase recruiting leads and efforts, meaning I've got to be able to find other talented people to surround myself. People that are more talented at sales than I am, to bring them into my organization. Number two is I gotta hire 2 more people after we hire Ben. Ben's one of our new hires we're going through right now. The other one I wrote down is hire a full-time media director to grow social media. And that one is what every business owner must have, right? Everyone must have that going forward, I believe, with the way the whole virtual world works. And then the final thing is just increase lead flow for the team. And what do these answers of these questions have to do with anything? Hey, Karen Deemer, up way past your bedtime. Way past your bedtime. Thanks for hopping on. What do these questions have to do with freedom, right? Well, we basically get to do whatever we want in this existence with the limitations that we set to our mind, what's possible. Okay? I was writing in my journal earlier today and I wrote, the great thing about life is anything is possible, but the bad thing about life is everything is possible, right? If you can think it, you can imagine it, it can happen, right? The greatest of greats are happening on Facebook now, but then the worst things on the planet are happening. We're seeing live stream murders these days, right? But at the same time, we're seeing live stream celebrations of birth, right? So it's anything is possible and everything is possible, which is good and bad. Okay, so if freedom is really what we're after, what does that look like? I want you to think about this. If you had freedom in your life, how would you feel? How would you wake up in the morning? Would it resemble a little bit like Christmas morning when you were a kid, right? I don't say Christmas morning when you're an adult because when you're a kid it was so much funner. Like you had this fantasy of Santa Claus coming down the chimney and bringing you that fantastic toy that you wanted, right? I hear my older daughter talk about Christmas already. It's only like April right now and she's already talking about what she wants Santa Claus to bring her. And so this idea of freedom stems from asking ourselves our questions, identifying what we want to achieve, and what we want to create, and also anchoring it to that excitement and come from something like Christmas morning, right? What are you so excited about that you want to do it all the time? Is it something to do? Maybe it's a sports, an athlete, right? Santa is real. Yes, Santa absolutely is 100% real, just so y'all know. Maybe you want to create a business. Maybe you want to be financially free. One of the things that I've been writing in my journal recently is my portfolio, just my investment portfolio, is $3 million, paying me 12% or more per year, right? That's what I want to create. And part of that is I want 25 to 30% of that being in the stock market, so roughly $1 million, paying me 20% or more per year, right? How do I know that this is realistic? Well, now I'm starting to see the percentages that are paying off my current portfolio, and then I can picturize and visualize what is possible, what can happen. But why is it important that I have a $3 million portfolio making me 12% or more per year, right? I looked at it, that way I'm making around $400,000 a year, something like that, just off of passive income. I'm not even talking residual from other things and other businesses online, but imagine if you had $400,000 a year just coming in. You didn't have to do anything except for wake up and hang out with your family and go serve some people and go create some positive energy, go work and on eating a healthy nutrition, go work on your body. I know because it seems like a lot of us, and I did it for a long time, I put my health off. I put my nutrition off. I put working out off for work. I did it for work, right? And I see real estate agents do this all the time. They put all this stuff off for work, right? And I'm only asking, if you didn't have to work, you had that money coming in, would you spend more time on it, right? And so the question I have to ask myself is, why is it important to have $350,000, $400,000 a year in net passive income from just that portfolio coming in? I could do anything I want. At that point, I can do anything I want. I could travel to any place I want on the planet with my family. I can make sure that my daughters and my wife are well taken care of. I can make sure that my daughters get to be in the best dance programs, the best tumbling programs. They get to travel the world doing what they want, right? They get to experience life on a whole nother level. And as you get to the end of your life, let's say it's 84, the average human lives to about 84 years old, okay? And just so you know, okay, how I normally see people, and I'm saying normally as in a society see people, is they get into their 30s. That's where I'm at, 32 right now. And they kind of get tired of chasing after things, so they kind of give up just a little bit, right? Their 20s, anything is possible. In their 30s, well, what was possible just kind of starts to slip away. That's where a 30-year-old has to make a decision, has to make a choice. Are they going to push the extra mile to create what they want in their life? Or are they going to coast under, like a lot of people do, continue to eat nasty food, continue to work long hours, continue to spend money terribly, continue to live life the way everyone else is, and then get into their 40s and 50s and 60s overweight and broke? That's the option. Or the other option is, you know what, I'm going to live my 30s like I could have never even dreamt, right? I'm going to travel to places that, I've always wanted to travel. I'm going to create a business that's going to not only allow for my family to be taken care of, but 5, 6 other families to be taken care of, right? That's the way I'm starting to think. Or maybe it's I wanted to go on a certain trip, right? Maybe there's a certain spot on the planet that you want to visit before you die, right? I don't know. I've hit all of my major ones. Now I just want to continue to travel for the feeling of adventure and excitement, the unknown, right? That's for me. Maybe your freedom, maybe yours is you want to be able to wake up in the morning and you want to take care of your farm animals. Maybe yours is to wake up in the morning and you just want to go surf, or you want to go run, or you want to go spend time making breakfast. Like mine is, I was talking to my mastermind partner, Al Torrey. Mine is simply, I want to wake up consistently to be able to spend time with my girls in the morning, right? Because why do I like spending time with my kids in the morning? That's when they're the happiest. Have you ever noticed late at night, kids are like ornery and tired and screaming, and it's frustrating, but in the morning they got all this positive energy. They're waking up, they're excited, they want to go dominate the day, they want to go have a delicious breakfast, they want to go play at the park, they want to go to the zoo, they want to go to the aquarium, they want to play sports. They get to do all of that, right? So that's why I want to spend a lot more time in the mornings with my girls rather than later in the evenings. But maybe that's not you. Maybe you just like to work 100 hours a week and make $1 million a year. I don't know. But whatever it is that you want to do, it always anchors to freedom. The biggest challenge with freedom is our mind plays tricks on us to tell us, well what are we going to do? Right? What is it that I want to do with my life? And so then we start to do things we think we want to do, but we really don't do things that we want to do simply because we're doing things that we feel we're obligated to do, right? Maybe we're obligated to go hang out with those friends, or we're obligated to go, and make another day at work, or obligated to, you know what I'm saying? You fall into the rut of life. And so me, I just cut it all off. I'm not going to be that guy. I'm not going to be the guy that's in 66-year-old with a freaking big old stomach and just waiting to die with my pacemaker. And it's not going to be me, right? If I'm gonna die, it's gonna be freaking racing across India in a tuk-tuk. That's sure as hell how I'm gonna die if I'm gonna die. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, you're gonna die one day. Why not die doing what you want to do? Why not die living life on your terms? Why not die a multimillionaire? Why not die traveling wherever you want to go? Why not die giving the best for your friends and your family and your children and your kids? And why not die having done it all? Why do you got to limit yourself to do certain, to just do the norm, to follow in the thing, or to follow the cycle that everyone else follows? That's my challenge to you, is to really question what freedom is. I don't know that anyone can give a real clear definition of freedom. Yeah, there's a lot of great definitions, like inner peace, or not having to do something you don't want to do, or having enough money to do what you want to do, right? Live life to the fullest, because you never know when your last day will be. Speaking of live life to the fullest, I've showed this off before, and I know it's backwards. My business partner, Jeremy Nutt, had this hat made for me, and at the bottom here, it says WGR, established in 2005, live life to the fullest, okay? And that's what I strive to do every single day. I strive to live life to the fullest and create my own freedom, right? Freedom for me comes from getting out of the limitations in my head, right? This bullshit story that says why I don't do something, or why I am the way I am, or what I can or can't do, who I can or can't be, what I can or can't say, right? I just realized that those are just limitations, and when you step away from those limitations, you're going to create infinite possibilities. So let's hear what you guys want to create. I'd love to hear. I'll start off by saying, one of the things I really want to do, and I shared with you guys already, I want to have a $3 million investment portfolio paying me 12% or more per year. So that's one of the things that I want to do before I die. It's just important to me. Another thing that I want to do is I definitely want to travel in India on a tuk-tuk at the rickshaw run. That would be so freaking awesome. It'd be one of those things. If I did that, life would be awesome. Okay, Gary, what's up? Glad you're on. Tamika. So let's hear it. Where do you want to travel to? Where's that vacation spot? Where's that travel spot? Maybe is it South America? Is it Brazil? Is it Europe? Like my wife, she is dying to go on a Disney cruise in Europe and then go stay at a Disney place in France, right? What are you doing today to accomplish that goal? Well, number one is I'm putting it in my journal, right? Creating it in my journal. That's one of the things for me that every single day, how can I take a step forward, is to remind myself of where I'm going, because there's so much defeat, there's so many challenges, there's so many things that you got to deal with in the whirlwind called life, that with this whirlwind you get distracted, and the whirlwind drifts you away and plants you like a seed in another field, and next thing you know, you're freaking hanging out in Boise, Idaho until you're 77 years old and die of a heart attack. You know what I'm saying? So that's the number one thing, is I'm constantly reminding myself is what it is I want to do. And then number two is I share it. I always dictate it to other people, like, hey, here's what I'm after. Here's what my lead metrics are. Here's what I got to do right now to create what I want. As my friend here, Jeremy Nutt, puts down here, Rickshaw Run 2018. I would love to be, and I will be. I am going to go to the Rickshaw Run 2018. It's happening. I know we've talked about it. Let's be honest. We've talked about this before, and we sound so committed sometimes, but there's a little bit of doubt in me, Jer. I'm not going to lie. There's a little doubt. What if we don't end up going? What if I don't have enough money? What if you don't have enough money? What if everyone wants to go, so we leave the business dying behind? So go to the Rickshaw Run, and all these doubts pop up, right? So that's one of the reasons. I got to constantly remind myself what my goals are. Jeremy wants to own over 200 acres of land and specifically build a dude ranch, from what he shared with me. He didn't write dude ranch on here, but I'm certain that that's what he wants to do based on our conversations. What else do you guys want to do? Where do you want to travel? What do you want to go through before you die? That's a great question to ask yourself. What do I want to do before I die? So Jeremy says he's 100% in. Let's buy tickets tomorrow. Ooh, really pushing the limits. Let's discuss the options to purchase those tickets tomorrow. Let's do that, because I definitely want to go. So if you guys don't know what the Rickshaw Run is, by the way, you get into this like three-wheel, kind of like a motorcycle / little car. and there's a space for a driver and then 2 seats in the back, right? So it's a team of 3, and you go, I could be wrong, but roughly 2,500 kilometers from one part of India to another part of India, you and this team of 3. So you're gonna have very little sleep, you're gonna have very terrible hygiene, and you're probably gonna visit in some amazing spots that are once in a lifetime moment experiences that you're gonna remember forever. And you're probably gonna eat some stuff that's gonna make you shit your pants. Let's just be real. This is probably gonna happen in India, right? It's like amazing race type shit, except for there's no cameras following you, right? Because we couldn't live stream as we're going across India because lots of places there ain't gonna be Wi-Fi or a place to stream. Jeff says, I want to move to Arizona and live the rest of my life in the sun. I totally feel that. One of the things that I've been sharing with my wife, and I share it with a lot of people, I write up my journal, is I own a second house in Scottsdale, Arizona, and I live my winters there. I don't know that I want to stay there in the summer for 120 degrees, but in the winters would be fantastic. I totally love the idea of that. Cool. All right, guys, I appreciate you sharing some of the things that you want to do. And to me, that's what real freedom is when you get clear on what you want to do, and you create the plan and you follow the plan, and the plan comes into reality. That is true freedom, I think, in my eyes at this point in my life. I think anything, do what you want to do with whatever you want to do. That's such a broad statement, right? But what is it that you want to do? What is that thing that you want to wake up and do? Right? So if I want to go on the rickshaw run, I know that my business has to be set up such that it can continue to run and operate while I'm gone for the 2 or 3 weeks, which clearly we've proven that. But it's also got to be where it's timing, that the time of year it happens has to go. It's also got to be that I can pay for the trip. It's also got to be that other people going with me can pay for it, right? So there's some things that have to line up to make it happen, but the idea is there, and when you put the plan in place and you work towards it, it's just a matter of time. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. If you go the opposite direction and say whatever happens, happens, you might have some fun times, but more than likely you're just gonna drift wherever, and if you drift wherever, you gotta be okay with wherever you land. I'm just not okay with landing just wherever. I wanna land where I wanna land because I got this one limited experience, this one limited life that I don't know what tomorrow brings. I don't know what this, once you die, what it brings, right? So why not just live this time that I have as space fills time? Why not live it the way I want to live it? Just a matter of time, baby. Craig says, being able to listen to Colton whenever you are live is freedom. Well, I appreciate that. Hashtag wit. That's one of the major hashtags around my office, Claudia, is do whatever it fucking takes. So maybe that would be hashtag whiffed. No, but you get what I'm saying. Do whatever it takes to create life on your own terms, because you might not get another one. I'm not saying you won't get another one to create on your own terms, but you might not, so you might as well create it on your own terms right now. Appreciate you guys watching. A couple things you can do for me, if you wouldn't mind, is click the share button, click the like button, click the reactions button. If you know buyers or sellers thinking of buying or selling in Utah, get a hold of me and my team. We want to help them. If you're looking for a career, you want to make some money, you want to make some dinero in your life, get a hold of me. I'm taking applications to join our real estate sales team. If you're looking to learn how to sell or buy more real estate, help people buy or sell more real estate as a real estate professional, go to fearlessagent.com. Get signed up, get rock and rolling. If you want to join my inner world, my inner mastermind, like 16 other individuals that are going to San Diego with me on the 28th in the Laguna Beach area as well. If you want to be a part of something like that and really dive in deep to just find out how to become financially free, how to live life on your terms, how to grow your real estate sales business exponentially, join the Real Estate Hustlers Mastermind, or at least apply. Adios, amigos. For sell by owner versus a referral, which one's the better lead source? You know what I'm saying? And so you really have to identify it that way. And then if you don't have any other appointments and you don't have a whole book of business of listings right now,